Hey everybody, this is going to be a quick draft for our YouTube Shorts community on how to build a Villainous Wealth deck. This will also be available as a real video with full gameplay, but we will do a quick draft. So start by taking Villainous Wealth, and this is a really good start. You can go ahead and either draw 2 cards. Whenever this enchantment enters, each opponent loses a life whenever you commit a crime. This comes back. Yeah, I really like this too. Okay, Spree. You can search your library for a card. I think that's what we want to do. This is just a great card. Yeah, I think we will go blue-black and just splash the green. And these are kind of replacement level cards. 6 mana. This is a good card. So we'll go ahead and take it. I think we'll take the mana fixing. And we'll just take the 1/1 here. Nothing for us. We'll take the mana fixing. We'd like to be centered in blue-black, if that's possible. But not tethered to it. Second pick. I mean, murder is here, and I can't not take murder. So that will be the second pick. We're going to be heavy into black. We could take Map the Frontiers. Dance of the Tumbleweed is usually there later in the pack, if that's what we want to take. Yeah, I think that is what we want to take. Yeah, this is a great flying card if you have some cards in your graveyard, but I think we will just go ahead and add 1 mana of any color. This definitely tips us more into green-black with a splash of blue, but I think that's fine also. Yeah, we might spend the first couple of turns. Here's a blue-black desert. We will definitely be taking those that we see on color. That is not anything for us. We will take a creature, but look not to play that one. We can take Map the Frontiers just to make sure that we have that color fixing. Okay, last pack. So Bonnie Paul. This is a 6/5 legendary with reach, and it brings in a token. It is really strong. If it's not Bonnie Paul, it would be Tumbleweeds again, but that's not what we're looking for. Here we're locked into taking the desert when we have the chance. Deserts do. Early removal spell. Search your library for a land or desert card. This is a great Marauding Sphinx, but we are locked into making sure our mana works. Here it looks like we take Gardener. Heartless Pillage is really strong. Create a token. Yep. Ooh, what a late congregation Griff. Unfortunately, it's not something that we can play in our deck. I like Rooftop Assassin. Not everybody likes it as much as I do. I don't think we'll be playing Tornado. So in the end, it ended up being green-black, with the blue being a splash. Now it will be a double splash because I believe Marauding Griff and... So let's take out all the cards that we know we're definitely not going to be playing. Obviously, we're not going to be playing the red, and we will not be playing white also. So we can get rid of those cards. Here, I think we're going to just play the best of the blue and not look to play the early blue. So it'll be blue, it'll be green-black early on, and then Villainous Wealth late game. So we can get rid of just cards that are not going to get us there. Heartless Pillage, I would like to have. Rakish Crew, probably not good enough to make the deck. Intimidation Campaign. Whenever you commit a crime, this can come back. I like it. I'd like to see if it's possible. I'll put Villainous Wealth over here at the end. I'd like to see if it's possible if we could get there. Okay, this is of course what we want. We're not going to take that. Five swamps, 5 forests, 4 islands, 3 deserts, including the 1 desert that surveils and also gets you any color at the cost of 1 more. That's it for the drafting portion. Please join us in the full video where we will have full gameplay of this deck. Will Villainous Wealth get us there? Is it worth the commitment to 3 colors? You'll find out as soon as I do. I'll see you guys over there. Thank you. One starts right now. Original audio comes back in a minute. Apologies for the technical difficulties. But original audio will come back on in 1 minute. Sorry for the audio there. I did not have the mic on. I was just saying that we are the villain and we are going to try and win with this Villainous Wealth deck. We did cut an island for another forest to make sure that our search cards we were able to have access to as quickly as possible. This is a 2/2 that rummages. So this puts a land on top of our deck. We wouldn't be able to trade off. So I think we're going to go ahead and play the Tumbleweeds. We will get the black, blue desert, which will enable Desert Stew next turn. This will be a 4/4, -4/-4. We are 2 turns away from Gigapede, but we will need another black source if that's something that we're going to do. So next turn, it would probably be a Silver Deputy, Desert Stew, get another black source. Yep, very easy to trigger that. Here is the black source. So we will probably just take care of this right now. We will decline to find a land since we are already heavy on land. We know we're going to play Gigapede next turn. My opponent is stuck on 2 lands, so we want to get this creature out and start attacking as soon as possible. We don't want to give them enough time to draw into something. If he attacks, we will not block. Death Touch. Yep. Sacrifice this creature, search your library for a card, put it into your hand. Very funny that this will probably end up being a land for our opponent. But I don't think there's anything we can really do about it. Target creature control deals damage equal to each of 2. Yep. We're just going to kill this one. Assumption is he's going to attack in to try and find this 3rd land. I think we're going to have to just let him. Although he did find a 3rd land there. Maybe that means he wants to hold off so that he can block. If he plays another creature. (6/2) is obviously very fragile. And if he does kill it here, we are in a lot of trouble. Yep. Does he attack? He does attack, and will he sacrifice it? My assumption is he goes, gets his 4th land, and unlocks the rest of the cards in his hand. That's certainly worthwhile. We're looking for some action to do here. This guy has Flash and Lifelink. So we'll play it at the end of turn. It will gain us some life if we play it with Betrayed by the Vault. But we could run that in and then finish it off that way. Gonna get 2 cards. Villainous Wealth would be amazing. We'll attack for 3 lifelink. He's gonna have the mana now, so whatever was caught in his hand is going to be unlocked. This is why you don't want to have this hang around for too long. We could play a 3-drop if we drew it, and Betrayal of at the Vault. But I don't think we have a 3-drop that's going to have 4 power, so really less important than it certainly looks like it would be. Outlaws have first strike. Okay. Makes blocking much more difficult. Yep. We are going to need something big. Oh, look at that. We did draw a 3-drop that had 4 power. I think we do it right away. This one specifically, getting them off extra mana is really important. I don't think we are winning this game. I do think if we are to win this game, it would be off the back of Villainous Wealth. Right now this would be a Villainous Wealth for 6. So that would be a big time play. That would be what we would be looking to do. But we have to draw it, and to be honest, we don't have a lot of ways of finding it or making it appear somehow. But if we get lucky there, then that's what this is all about, right? Villainous Wealth is a amazingly fun card. We will see if he blocks. Assumption is he won't. This will make our Villainous Wealth that is due to come up shortly even bigger. Villainous Wealth for 7. I have to think you are ready to win that game. Yep. That's certainly fine. Wow. I wonder if that was a mistake. We might have meant to block with the other creature. I don't think he was fearing anything that would be in my hand. Yep. Come on, Villainous Wealth here. Let's see what this could do for us. We are way far behind. Let's see how fast it can flip a game. This would be a Villainous Wealth for 7. Well, next turn it will be a Villainous Wealth for 8. So let's see if we get the opportunity to play it here. It is probably the only card that gets us out of this situation, especially with them having first strike on their attacks. This is going to be an attack for 9. No doubt he's going to put something out so that he will have an attack for 10 next turn. So this is probably going to be our last turn to draw it. Not likely. We have 21 cards in our library, so it's just under 5%. But what a fun 5% it will be if we do draw it. So let's see if we get lucky. All of this happens. He's not going to be able to attack with these guys. But that's not going to be a major problem for him. Yep. Villainous Wealth, one time. 5%. You know, it made me think it might have been Villainous Wealth with the treatment, but that is not it. Does it get us another turn though? Right? It gets rid of his hand. He attacks for 7, 8, 9. He attacks for 9 next turn. No, he could pump those up. No, but I can chump block if he does. Yeah, it gets me one more turn. So 5% from last turn and 5% this turn. And 10% chance. I wonder if Villainous Wealth would actually help us win. I mean, it would certainly help us win, but would it win us the game? That is the question. I would love the chance to find out. Would have to deal with the flyer, and we are not going to get that chance. Okay, so we will go right into game 2 and see if we get a little bit luckier there. Our opponent stumbled on mana early. We had the chance, if we were a different type of deck, you know, we would have had a real good shot there, but we built this deck not to be aggressive. We built this deck to push to the late game, and we just have to draw the right half of our deck in order for this to work out. So no hard feelings there. He drew out of it, was willing to sacrifice a death touching creature in order to get a land, so he earned it. Okay, this is a decent hand. It does start on 3, however, so it is a little bit slower than average, but we will be able to get the double blue. We'll start with the desert. Up in the air, 3-drop Gardener or Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Gardener can threaten to block, right? So I think we do play Gardener, but it is risky because if he kills it, you know, he wouldn't be able to. He would be less likely to be able to deal with the extra land from Dance of the Tumbleweeds, but we'll see what happens. Bunny Paul, you want to use with actual lands? Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. We go get 2 lands right now. This is 3 and 6 to make the elephant. Yeah. So we have 2 blue. Okay. You should know something big is going to come next turn. Bunny Pole is a 6/5 and a 7/7. That is enticing. Either that or Marauding Sphinx, which is a great card. But you know what? Next turn, next turn if we draw a land, we have Marauding Sphinx and Murder ready to go. The Murder could be up for double blocking if we attack with everything. If we don't, we have token where we can make at least a 6/6. So we'll see what our opponent does here. Marauding Sphinx into Murder is something with the mana. So when we went to get the desert last time, we got desert and swamp. We wanted to make sure that we could play blue blue, black black, and we can. So play this with Murder up and the Surveil. I think we may Murder anyway at end of turn, just to make sure that this guy doesn't get more card draw. That's what he does for blockers. Is he gonna double block on the Bounty Pole? No, he's just gonna chump block. Okay. Does he have something to deal more damage? He does not. Oh, we just pass. He has 3 large threats now that he is going to have to deal with on his hand. Okay, so he's going to put the 8/8 back in our hand. Puts the wrong one. The token goes away. Yeah. It's a lesson. He might be a new player again, and it could just be an easy mistake. But you would normally want to put the token into the hand there. I guess playing this means I can't get another token since it is legendary. So there is that. Could that have been the right choice? I'll have to think about that, but I'll pay the whole thing and just get another really big token. And we'll just have up the removal just in case something goes wrong. Let me know in the comments below, is putting Bounty Pole back in my hand, was that the right choice or a mistake? Now that I'm thinking about it, the legendary token I don't know. Okay. And that is Okay. Fun deck when you can ramp all the way up and you have your high-costed spells. That's good, honest magic for you. Lots of fun, for sure. Will we get run over by aggressive decks? Yeah, of course. But still haven't seen the Villainous Wealth. I don't know what's worse, not seeing the Villainous Wealth or seeing it in a position where you have to fire it off for like 2 or 3, right? I guess you'd rather have it in your hand, even from your opening hand, just to know that that is the plan for you. You can make decisions like trading early because you know that you will have the late game sealed up with that card if it resolves. So just a really good card to have late game. It's a tough one with no green. We do have Surveil 2, which we will be using. And we will keep. We will be digging for a forest. We would love to get the forest this turn. Speak of the devil, there you go. Okay, +1/+1 counter on this. We'll plot that so that we can draw a card next turn. Next turn we can have a 3/2 and... Ooh.
For now, I must step out of the shadows.
It can plot itself. Okay. We have the 2/2 up for a blocker. We're hoping it's only one blocker, although we can deal with a 3/3, or 3 toughness anyway. Yeah. Replace something else. We can't play this turn because we need this desert to do the 3rd toughness. Okay. But we will all attack. Sense.
What I must.
It's going to get tough because we're going to be able to kill a very small blocker, but he's drawn and discarded 3 times, so like the idea that he would only have a small blocker doesn't seem like it's... chump block. Yeah. It looks like we're going to try and get this off next turn. It is for 4 right now, 5 if we draw land, but this looting effect is going to beat us at some point. duplicator. It's only for 4. I mean, I assume this duplicator is going to be able to duplicate something this turn. He has been digging. Play this for 5, find a removal spell. I mean, if he has a counterspell, he wins, so I'm not overly worried about that. Let's see if we can get this. Okay. Tap artifact or creature. Okay. Do we have to pay additional mana? Yeah. Fizzles. This will kill the Jace. Okay, we got the Jace off the board, but we are not in a great position to win the game. We need some more help. We'll make it an 0-1. We can attack with a bunch of things. He didn't play any cards last time. Okay. Another trick, or yep. Decline to go get a land because we don't want it on the top of our deck. We're looking for Bonnie Paul. Especially now. He settles this and attacks. Be a super large attack. Medic will probably chump block the first one so we could draw a card. But we're looking to see what we could draw here. Really, Villainous Wealth got rid of Jace. That's great. But Villainous Wealth was also our win condition. And so without it, we're going to be hard-pressed to win. Yeah, nothing else in the long game is going to get us there. So the window for winning is closing. The 3/5 flyer is the closest bet that we have. We can block with a 2/2. Well, I mean, he'll kill the 2/2 to avoid us drawing a card. Yeah, but not enough. So, what are we looking to draw? Yep. That's going to look like the end of the game. Probably stick around for one more draw, but that doesn't look good for us. It's going to be huge. We'll block with our medic so that we can draw another card, so we'll have 2 cards to look. Murder doesn't even get us out of this. It's gonna have a 3/3 flyer. And there's the murder. You know, if the 6/2 was here, we destroyed 1 and then killed 2 others, we would have a game, but as it is, we do not. So we'll go ahead and concede this one. Good game. 1 and 2. We did get Villainous Wealth off. It did help us get rid of a Planeswalker that was becoming oppressive, but obviously it could only do one thing, get rid of the Planeswalker, or try to win the game, and it was the Planeswalker that was needed there. 1 and 2, and let's jump into another game. 1 loss to go, but this deck certainly is powerful enough to get us to 3 or 4 wins, but will it be consistent enough? I don't know. We will certainly do our best here. Green, a green creature, but we also need black and blue, so again, this is the consistency point. Not feeling great about this hand, but again, it is the hand that we had and the deck that we drafted, so I can't blame anything else. Okay. If it is saddled, it will have first strike, so no use blocking. But that will also tap another creature. Okay. We will attack here. So create a token that's a copy of a token that entered this turn. Okay. If there's token strategies here, this is going to be something that is going to be tough. But if not, we are going to get the Gigapede out next turn. This game plan that he's working towards is not going to stand by itself. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be good. It will be. He has 4 cards in hand, so he certainly has something, right? First strike. Makes a lot of sense. As long as he has non-tokens. And it's going to give it menace. He's attacking for 6. So this can get a land. We're attacking for 12 here. Okay, so math works there. I did not see that super early. I assume neither did my opponent, but that was Xaxes, so the 6-2 got there just on the attack alone. Great to see. Moving closer to 50% here, and I would love to get to 3-3 or 4-3 after a rough start. In Quick Draft in general, getting to 4-3 does make it cost neutral. This is not great with the mana since we only have blue or black available, but again, that is the story of the deck. After Map to Frontier, we will have both. Gigapede also. Now we will have both next turn. Interesting. We play the 1-1. We just have them lose a life and we draw a card. We probably have to get the 1-1 here. This will probably be saddled next turn, and so I don't anticipate blocking. It needs 2 power to saddle. Just some maps here. Two mana. Assuming they're playing another creature and then attacking 3-1, that's fine. We're gonna try and ambush it with the Gigapede. This is your opponent loses, each opponent loses a life, you gain a life and you draw a card, but it's not, it doesn't trigger. So we will attack. Hopefully he plays something first main. Takes the time to plot. Okay. He is going to draw a card here. But it is a decent value. So we will give that -2, -2. We can block this way. Few blocks that Gigapede can actually survive. So, we can attack for 7. We can plot. Yeah, I think that's worth it. guess drawing the card first probably makes more sense. Yeah, this is a big flyer. I think he wanted to do that first. Oh, he didn't have fire. Okay. That makes sense. Play Loan Shark first. Two, 4, 6. Do you want to play that next turn? Yeah, I do. Scry 2. Gigapede makes a lot of sense here. So 3, 3, and then we can replay this. Yeah, makes sense. If he's got a trick to save his 3/3, he does. Okay. He's gonna gain life, so this game is gonna go long for sure. Here's 6/2. Tap for blue. Okay. Attack for 6. Okay, he puts on the 4/5, which makes me not want to trade Gigapede off if available. Villainous Wealth. That's for 5, 6, 7. Can do it for 7 right now. What's he gonna do about that? Let's start with Betrayal. If he has another removal spell, that would be a big game for him. That was a big game. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, could make an XX, but the 3/3 is, I mean the 6/2 is off the battlefield. So, it's not going to be making a very large creature. Lifelink here Yeah. I was gonna say lifelink gets me worried. But next turn, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has reach. Play this, get a land, then make the token. Now this is only make the token, right? Because I need 5. My opponent's a good game, so one turn, one way, either him or I. He destroys this. Okay. I do have a couple of turns to find an answer, but my biggest answer is going to come off of Villainous Wealth. Let's do the math. So 3 is the colored cost. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So 9 it is. Return that to our hand. Okay. A lot of lands. Going to be able to attack. Whenever this becomes tapped, gain a life and draw a card. This is going to gain X, where X is its toughness. Okay. He's going to be able to animate both of these. But he will have to block. He will have to block 2 creatures. So he's going to have to trade those off. He's going to attack for 4 lifelink. And this may be a concession after 2 good games. Certainly, Villainous Wealth for 9 is enough to get somebody upset. I can't blame the opponent for that. So I put this on Loan Shark and attack with Loan Shark, the 2/2, the 10/10, and a 9/9. If they block just the 10/10, if they double block on the 10/10, so this will be tapped down, right? So they can't, because only one of them is going to be activated. So they block the 10/10, they take 9, 14, yeah. Okay, so they will lose. Okay, 3 and 3 with this deck. Villainous Wealth does what it's supposed to do. Tap this down, one of these gets activated. 9, 10, 14. Okay, so that is 3 and 3 with Villainous Wealth. Love to get another one. This is where you start getting greedy. You go 1 and 2 in the first 3 games, and you just want to get to 3 and 3 so bad. And then as soon as you get to, or 3 and 2, I guess, you want to get there so bad. As soon as you do, you start thinking about more wins in a row. I guess that happens to everybody, but it does make me a little bit greedy here. The opening hand last game was green, 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 and then eventually drew the black. So the consistency and the mana is really going to stop this deck from trophying. Yeah, I think we have to keep it. If we drew an island, of which there are 4 and 2 deserts, so we could draw a desert on turn 2, that would be really beneficial. But otherwise, we're going to kind of turtle up behind this Death Touch for a while and see what plays out. Royal Assassin, destroy target creature that was dealt damage. not a combo with Death Touchers, right? There would be nothing left over to deal with after that. While there's no attackers, we might as well get in for one. This is an expensive 2/2. You know, I don't really want to block this anyway. He's going to have a hard time with this lifelink. Now, he may have enough removal to get rid of it, but if he's playing cards like this, he's got to be super aggressive. He's going to offer the trade. It's just that I don't want the trade. Yeah, I don't want to make this trade either, to be perfectly honest. Let's see what he has at 4 mana. We're 2 turns away from Betrayal at the Vault. With either the Grizzly or later on the Assassin. Either of them pretty good with Betrayer, although Assassin doesn't necessarily guarantee that you kill your target. Okay, 3 damage. Makes sense. Okay, a little bit late, but I will certainly be happy with that next turn. Death Touch is really good with Betrayer, so that is cool. Although I am worried about getting blown out with it. So that will have to be something where they tap out. If they tap out here, it will definitely be a consideration. Because it will be a 2-for-1, plus I have a lifelink when they're playing aggressive, right? It's not just that they're playing this, but this card says that the rest of the deck must also be aggressive. Just getting the land. Okay. We're going to have a choice on what we want to do next turn. My assumption is let's wait until they play another creature. We'll get in the 2 life back. And offset this life. Plus we will be hitting him, so he's on a non-zero clock. Okay, white. Okay. That was first, in case we draw a 2-drop. We did draw a murder. But again, Is it going to be like a haste creature that's coming out? He's so aggressive. If it is, murder would be great, but murder would put this in our hand. Okay, when this enters, create a 1/1 mercenary. Whenever you activate an ability, copy that ability. Okay. Do we just play it now? Put this back in our hand. Okay. This is very valuable to him. Attack it then, if it's that valuable to you. We don't have a large creature for Dance of the Tumbleweeds, but we do have a way to keep drawing. It's a land. He would kill this if he had a way to kill it. Ooh, that is nice. Play it next turn and plot it from the If he's able to kill this, a 3/4 coming out with a draw card will be good. Making a 3/3 for this much mana is not amazing. Okay. Do we trade? Yeah, I guess we do. Start with this to see what we drew. I messed up the timing there. That's not great. I can make a 3/3. Or I can search for the desert. That's what I'll do. And the desert will trigger putting this back in my hand. Okay. So if he was saving up a big ground creature because of the Death Touch, that is back online for him. And he would know it. Okay, it's not a huge creature, but it is going to give him some mana. We'll play this first to draw another card and see what our options are. We're going to get another 3/3. Another 3/3 is going to sit there and make attacking really difficult for all of us. It's going to give us another land. Oh, this token is the number of lands you control. I thought it was the largest. I thought it was a token XXX is the largest power you had. I'm sorry. That may have been a different card I'm thinking of. Okay, so the total number of lands we control. Okay, this is going to stress his removal even further. Although he is going to get 2 red mana back here. If he makes a token, he can make a bunch of tokens. This doesn't have trample, so this is going to be like just eating 1 token per turn. Okay, 12 power. Okay, so do we attack? If we attack, he either trades 1 token, or he puts everything up against this, and we take the 2 creatures off the board and leave him with only tokens. None of that could be bad for us. Okay, it is just 1. Anything that commits a crime will let us surveil 2. This is flying, so he could make a bunch of these small tokens. Yep. He has a bunch of mana available here. But at the sacrifice of there's no reach. So even just this is going to get there, right? Does he consider putting everything up against this? Yeah. We want the mercenary. Last 11, 9, 11. I want this first. Okay, gain 2 life. He's working with 7 mana this turn, 8 if he has a land. And there we go. Okay. I might have been able to have a slightly quicker clock if I understood how large the token was going to be there. I did think it was the power of the greatest power you have on the battlefield. Put a comment below if that is a different card or a different set, or if that might be a card from even this set and it just happens to be something different. But that is what I thought we were looking at. A lot of black cards with no black land. I don't think this is a keep. Villainous Wealth, murder, go search for a land. Yeah, this is much better. Although I am losing something here. Is it the murder? It might have to be. Is it the Villainous Wealth? No, because it's on the bottom of your library. But you know what? It's on the bottom of your library, but we're going to search the library, so that's going to get reshuffled anyway. So we will put Villainous Wealth on the bottom. Sad, in the first 2 games I was complaining that I hadn't drawn it yet. And now I put it on the bottom, but it wasn't going to do anything in our hand for a while. We'd like to use this turn so that we could go ahead and dance next turn. If he offers a trade, we will take it. We'll trade, and then he does not. Is there a case to be made on the gardener? Well, there is. No attack though. Definitely won't be able to block. I don't know if he's mono white or if he's holding this up. So we have 5. 6 gets us there. And if we get an untapped island, we have murder open. And I assume plays this turn. Cruise this. Okay. I think we kill it though. It looks like he's missing another color of land. What's he going to do here? He had 3 cards. I want a Heartless Pillage, but I don't want him to keep his best card. Gets rid of 2 cards here. This could be good. I am going to have to attack this turn. Oh, wow. Do I have to attack? Right? Do I just take his last 2 cards? What's he going to do? Attack with the 5/5. Let him trade. Or just kill 2 things. I think he puts those 2 up, yeah. Oh, he just wants to put 1 up to draw a card. Okay. Actually, makes it hard for us because he'll have 3 cards in hand. And Heartless Pillage is not going to do what we wanted it to have done. But also, the Ox will also still be alive. We just go get a desert. He knows we're drawing a desert. and gets bigger. Yep, that is game. A lot of power in this deck. Consistency is the key on whether or not this deck is going to perform really good. We're at 5 wins right now. I did not think I'd be at 5 wins at 1 and 2, but here is where we find ourselves, and certainly don't want to give any of those wins back. Quick draft, usually going 4 and 3, does pay for itself and kind of re-ups you into another quick draft entry. So happy to see that, especially on a deck that I did kind of do a very quick draft. I didn't stop and think about every single card. So let's see what we have on this one. I mean, that was the card I first saw. Villainous Wealth and a bunch of 6-drops. I mean, the button to mulligan shouldn't even be there if this is the deck you're playing. I certainly could get run over. If this is a red deck that's aggressive, I would easily get run over with no complaints. This is a very greedy keep, especially with no ramp. But keep nonetheless. So this triggers, this triggers. We have 5 lands. We're gonna play the Flash. Okay. So you play it after you play a spell. Next turn. Okay. It's actually, well, I guess if I get a land, then I can play a spell. If I don't get a land, do I fire this off for 2? I probably do not. Mill. Okay. Don't like that. Don't want that to stay around too long. Thankfully, I don't have to. Untap land gets me to play it again, but no black. Okay. Well, I have double black and double green. Double green with Biter is really good. I assume he's going to play this, though. He's not going to have 2 creatures. If he just has this and a small creature that this eats, all the better. This is now Villainous Wealth for 5, which is starting to make me consider it. I'll keep going as long as I don't have to with either of those cards. Treasure. And put this back in my hand. Did I say Villainous Wealth for 5? I think it was 4. Now it would be 5. 6 if we draw a land. He still has a lot of cards. I have 18 cards. I'm not overly worried. Yep. Kill both, attack for 4. Play this and go get an untapped land. Is that 5? This would be 4. 3 and play this. Okay. Kills the Death Toucher. Why? Why didn't I kill the Death Toucher? I don't know. I want to play Villainous Wealth, just to rub it in. If he lets me, I will. Right, because if he counters it, we win. He's not going to let me. Yeah. Okay, I think that was a really good mulligan decision. Don't like mulliganing in general. I don't think any Magic player does. But when it comes to a hand where you may not win, you have to do what you have to do. This is 6-2, so this is a game for the win in this draft pod, or this draft itself. Sorry, I shouldn't say pod. This is quick draft, so there is no pod to be had here. This is a good hand. It can get the third land. It can get the... Yep, it's got ramp. I would love Villainous Wealth at some point. But, yeah, this is good. These small little creatures can trade for anything early. Marauding Sphinx is obviously really strong. I mean, we're kind of locked in here to getting a desert next turn, right? Nope. Color requirements. I wonder if he's color screwed. I mean, I think we just kill it. I don't know if that's the right play, but it certainly takes him 1 mana off. It does look like he has mana, so it's not, it wasn't that important, but we didn't know it at the time. It's going to make 2 huge creatures next turn. He's going to make something big next turn himself. We do have 2 blue. But this Bonnie Paul is going to be big. Is this another Villainous Wealth deck? This would be a Villainous Wealth for 4 on his side. 4 is risky. Okay. He could draw some cards. I don't hate that. Okay. I mean, this certainly looks like a Villainous Wealth deck, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's waiting for 5. Villainous Wealth for 5. Yeah, no. Villainous Wealth for 4 because he needs to get the black. Okay, 4 certainly makes it a little bit easier to swallow. This will be a 7/7. 3, 8. 3, 6. He blocks there. I mean, Villainous Wealth, this is not what you want to be doing. Okay. Get a land. Now I could play the Death Toucher or go get another land. Make it bigger. This is going to be a 3/4. Okay, it's got an 8/7. It does have reach for this Marauding Sphinx whenever that comes out. Okay. You just attack with the 9/9 anyway. Yes. Take care of his big creature. Surveil and check out what's going on the top of our library. This one we don't want. Are we going to want that? Yeah, we can use that. We got rid of the reach creature. Oh, he has another reach creature. Okay. So get rid of the only one we can get rid of. Now we do the math. Okay. Block, block. 1, 3, 1. I didn't see him tap there for a second. I thought my math was wrong. But he blocks there, takes 3, 1, 1, 5 Xaxes, and we do win that draft after starting out 1 and 2 with Villainous Wealth. Villainous Wealth itself, I think, won 1 game. It did also kill a Jace, but not quite enough. And yeah, really happy and with how the deck performed. I don't think it was the strongest Villainous Wealth deck, but really happy to get the win there with Villainous Wealth. So if you like this content, please give us a thumbs up. And please comment below, right? New YouTube channels really love to hear comments, whether it's constructive criticism, whether it's feedback, whether it's just, hey, keep going on, right? It is kind of a lonely road when you're first starting out. And you do have a limited reach, but hopefully that increases over time. If you like the content, subscribe, give us a like, write a comment. It would really help out. If you want to see more of my content, I have playlists on Jump In, I have playlists on Draft, and I also have playlists on starter deck duel decks that you get free after finishing the tutorial. Most of my content is centered a little bit more towards newer players or returning players. And I'd love to have you as part of the community. So I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.